Hey, hello, hello. It is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity. Thank you for being here with me. If you happened to see me a few minutes ago, it was just a mistake. You know what? All right. I'm going to start tonight by doing a couple backgrounds. Again, this is a little bit of a change in plans, but that's okay. And since I am doing a background class tomorrow, I figure it works out okay just to go ahead and do some backgrounds with you as well. Okay. The first project I'm going to get some background on it. And this was actually a turn tray that I bought at Dollar Tree for $7. And last time I bought just the mechanism, the Lazy Susan mechanism, it was like $8. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this color called Sour Apple. I'm using Decor paints, but you can use other acrylic paints. You can use chalk paints. Use whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm going to start by just spreading a little of this on, and I'm just going to put it all over. And again, you could do this with a brush. Hello from Alabama. How nice. Okay, so these are just little household sponges. If you need the link, let me know. But truly, you can get them almost anywhere. And I'm just going to smear this all around. Sand. I'm noticing it's not covering particularly well in the center. So we may give it a quick blow dry. So just using a little bit of heat. Going to give it a quick blow dry. I'm just going to give it a quick sand with a little sand pad, and we're just going to repeat that little process again. We're not saying more paint. I'm going to use the same sponge, and I'm just going to kind of get it around, kind of get a little more coverage. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pick up a little bit of white and a little bit of this color again, and I'm going to kind of sponge, just going to tap my center, and I'm going to pick up some white, and I'm going to tap that to make it a little lighter. Now I'm tapping, but I could also be swirling if I wanted to. I thought the tap was kind of a fun way. If I want, I can lighten it up a little more in the middle. I'm going to go back to the green, the apple green that we're using. Okay. And I'm going to pick up this next color, which is called Festive Green. And I'm going to blend those two together. I want this to kind of go in a circle. Okay. Yeah. Pick up that back to that. Right. So we've got it getting a little greener as we go up. We're just kind of tapping and blending as we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up a little black, and I'm not going to go straight black. I'm going to put black into this festive green color. So I'm going to have a puddle of the festive green, and I'm going to add just a dot of black to that color. And even if I don't want to go back to sponging because I've got that darker color on, I can always just pick up a really scruffy brush. So I can come in here and just add a little bit back in here and pull it out here and there. And again, be a little softer. I'm just going to blend these colors. Softer touch here. I do need to let it dry. It is almost dry, but I want that center to be just a little drier. Okay, we are dry enough. Again, sometimes it's helpful to just give it a very quick. This happened last week to me where I only saw the description after Essential Stencil posted it. Now we are going to grab the Old Crow Farms stencil. I haven't even opened this one yet. I'm just going to line this up best I can. I'm going to add a little bit of black to my purple to make it just a bit deeper. I'm going to grab a stencil brush. What size circle is this? It is oddly 13 3/4 inches. That is an odd size. I'm going to add a touch of the metallic to it too. I don't know if it's going to show up because of the black. It may not, but let's just see. I just figured out what I'm going to do. So trust the process. Sometimes it changes along the way, and you just have to trust the process. And we're going to get Old Crow Open to Dark. Now I can see this done without the open to dark too, but we're going with it, okay? So, oops, I definitely missed some part of my wheel. I know I want those wheels to stay black, but I do want to add some color at a couple places. I'm going to use another Decor product. It is called Extreme Sheen, and it's a purple as well. I am not going to try to paint the whole thing that color. I'm just merely picking up a little bit of this purple sheen, and I'm going to think about where I would see bits of highlights on this truck. We're going to lift this up. I think that's really cool. Then today when I was looking for surfaces, I found an oval, and this oval should be about an 18-inch oval. I'll double check that. That's already base coated black. Apparently I had some idea for it. I'm not sure what the idea was, but we're going to see what we're going to do with it. So this is just black. Again, I'm just taking a little bit of a sand to it. I do want to add a little extra color to this, but I realize that this will fit quite nicely. And I just want just so very little of it kind of to show through here. I'm going to do this first. This is what I'm going to do first. We're going to line this up. I want to use white. I told you I'm going to do this really simply. Offload, offload, offload. But I'm going to move this up a little bit. And if we just slide it down, I'm just doing this to better fit my surface. That's the only reason I'm doing it this way. All right. So just a little shifting just really made it fit that sign just a little bit better. All right. This is just a simple board that had a little pumpkin cut out of it. I actually found it at Goodwill of all places. I'm going to go more purples with this one. So with that being said, this is dioxide purple. And dioxide purple is a good, dioxide purple is a good purple, but it can be pretty sheer. So again, I'm going to start by doing just what I showed you. Pretty easily. There we go. There we go. That way we can have our fun and not worry about getting it on the fabric. I've decided I'm going to use a little bit of a metallic color inside here. So I'm going to just put this metallic color, this dazzling metallic. It's called, what is it called? Purple Pearl. There's also another color called Amethyst. I might even go straight black here. I might even go straight black. I think I've decided to go just straight black. So I'm just going to blend a little bit back and forth. Get a little more from my top. Get a little more on my edge. I'm blending more by just smearing those colors together. And I'm going to use this color, which is called Ultraviolet, which a violet is a purple. This is a Galaxy glitter. I'm just going to put a little bit down here. If it gets out a little bit, but our main. Now, I'm grabbing the Graveyard Greeting. Again, I'm going to do this in black. We're going to make this tree start here. I want my tree to go all the way to the ground. So I probably want one more branch. I'm going to bring that tree a little further down. I'm going to give myself a hill. I'm going to cut this one out. Lay it down. I'm going to adhere this on. Okay. We're going to let this guy perch right on there. Okay, he's going to perch here. Right there. So we've got our little crow. Okay. Probably around 10. We could add these black bats up here. Okay, got little bats flying. Rub this down into just the corner of the hat and just a little bit of the tail. We have the cute little long board. Have a great rest of your evening. Cheers. Bye-bye.